Starten wir mal den Stream, wa? Good evening, good evening. I do see that we are live. Hello, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Main question is, do we also get to see... Aha. Yes. There's the YouTube email, there's the Discord notification, there's the YouTube notification. Perfect. Good evening. How are we doing tonight? Is my chat not loading? Let's check. No, it does look like everything's fine. Bärbel, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, Gnome. Thanks for tuning in as well. Hello, Mandini. How are we feeling tonight? Are we doing good? Wanna hear some YouTube secrets? Joining from the beach. Pink, thanks for tuning in, man. I hope I don't interrupt your beach vacation. All right, cool. Yeah, happy to be here as well. I've had a lovely time yesterday. Tell us everything. I will in a second. I will start by telling you what happened yesterday, because Bärbel already knows, and everyone following me on Threads already knows, that I attended the YouTube gaming party. During Gamescom, there's usually like a party, and there are a lot of creators, a lot of bigger creators come together and network with each other, and also network with some publishers and developers, and that's where I was invited. And thank you very much for inviting me, YouTube, at that point. And thank you for Good Boy for coming along. It was lovely, and I had a great evening, talking to a lot of devs and talking to a lot of old and new faces, to say the least. So that was a cool thing. I cannot go into too much detail, but I can share something which I don't know how to describe it, because I obviously don't have any graphics or something brought back from that meeting. But I can tell you that there will be a new kind of ad that we will introduce to Google Ads. And that will be a way for advertisers to use specific parts of a video to run as an ad for their product. So let's say I am reviewing this multi-tool, which is a totally fine multi-tool that is lacking the spring and therefore doesn't do the thing it used to do. But it's a totally fine multi-tool. And if the company of the multi-tool, which there isn't even like a name on it, but if they wanted to advertise this in this video, they could take the segment from the stream and run it as an ad, which would be very cool indeed. But you say, but I'm not getting anything for it, right? But you're wrong. Because if the company actually takes a segment from your video or your stream and advertises it, you'll get money from it. And that's a cool thing. I hope I somewhat described it correctly, but that's at least how I understood it. And I do think that is going to be a cool part of future brand and creator collaborations. Why not? Especially, well, not only in the gaming sector, but also in other. Like, for example, I can see Bärbel building something DIY using a specific product, saying, oh, that's a really nice product I used. And there we go. Huh? Get some money in it. And that's, after all, for those of you who are going to strive for doing this as a like side business or like your main business, I can see this being a good opportunity. All right. Cool. We did have some questions last time, so let's go through them while you please spam your questions in the chat. And you always know there are no bad questions. Feel free to ask anything. Feel free to ask follow-up questions on stuff. and we'll get situated, right? So we did have the question, super chats, likes and replies, if they are optional or not, and they are not. Simple answer here. You can not turn them off in any way or form. You can just moderate them. So if someone like replies something bad in your in a super chat, a moderator can take care of that, which I appreciate actually. Then we did see some folks with a so-called membership bonus program, and some of you were asking if this is a real thing, and it actually is. So in some countries, well, not in some countries, actually in quite a lot of countries, there's currently a promotion running, a marketing promotion for creators that haven't turned on membership yet, and they are incentivized to do so by 2 tiers. So the first tier, like for smaller creators mainly, they will get 500 euros or $500 or whatever your local currency is for turning on the membership program on their channel, and they will get 500 up to $500, $5 per membership each in bonus for like 100 members, right? So you can get like $1,000 for launching your membership program. And the same thing is also happening for larger creators who are incentivized by getting an initial 1,000 euro or $1,000 and getting 10 euro per membership up to 1,000. So like the larger creators can get up to 2,000 euros and the smaller creators can get up to 1,000 euros or dollar, right? Which is kind of a cool thing. Unfortunately, if you've already turned on memberships, you're not eligible for the promo campaign. And even if you are eligible to turn on memberships, you might not be invited to try it out. So it is kind of a randomized, well, incentivization, if you want to say it like that. So that's something. All right. Yeah. So we also did have a question about educational courses. So YouTube education is something that we've talked about in the past as an experiment. And actually, I did do a follow-up on that. And it seems like there will be a launch plan for the paid educational courses, which will be free courses first. So they introduce the framework of courses into a broader variety. So if you do tutorial-like content and do want to do like a series or something, this would be a good way to introduce this. And later on, there will be the option to have it like a paid course. So if you say, okay, I want to talk about maybe a specific technique that I'm showing, like video editing, or even going back to Bärbel, DIY stuff, or what else do we often see here, like how to change a specific part of a motorcycle, because I know some of our motorcycle creators out there are watching. So you could log that not only behind a member-only video, but behind a paid course series, like do your own maintenance, whatever, right? So you could do that. All right, DIY is best. Yeah. Sometimes. All right, cool. We do have a time frame for the shorts thumbnail frame select and edit. We already talked about this a little bit. Creator Insider mentioned it as well. The ETA will be roughly 1 to 2 weeks. So you should be seeing the ability to adjust the frame of a shorts thumbnail after it has been uploaded, both on mobile and on desktop. Colin Watson, could you give me a quick rundown of who you are? First time here. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm a diamond product expert for Google. I talk a lot about YouTube. I've written a couple of guides on how to stream on YouTube, how to become a better creator. And yeah, basically I run the YouTube Gaming Discord. My handle is Defender833 on there. And I usually talk about YouTube all day long. That's my profession. And I do these Q&A streams once a month to talk about YouTube. And I'm happy that you found me. Right. Cool. I mean, that first question of the day. There you go. The ice is broken now. Feel free to comment. I do have some more stuff we could talk about. Let's see. I think we talked about fan communities last time. So I will skip that for now. We do know that there's a specific cutoff for for thumbnail A/B testing, but that the channel size actually plays a role in that. So it is not a fixed value, it is not a percentage value, it is dependent on the channel size, which is kind of cool. We do know the premium jump ahead feature will get to more countries by the end of the year. Pink Giraffe, I don't know if we already talked about this, but we've solved the verified it's you pop-up in the live control room. So we did manage to get that to the team, and that shouldn't be happening anymore. If you see it again, please screenshot it and I'll forward it for you. We did talk about A/B testing for premieres. So basically, thumbnail A/B testing for a premiere or for a live stream that has been archived. Well, technically, archived live streams don't get A/B testing, but for premieres, the A/B testing period will start after the premiere has ended. Cool. That is something we already talked about. Super Chat goals. There is more information about them. Well, the information is that there is no information. I just opened it up. Super Chat goals, no ETA yet. So, I mean, I can't spoil anything if there isn't anything to spoil, right? So, we did have like an issue a couple weeks back, or since a couple weeks, it's still ongoing, that the CCV count is been lower than expected by about 30 to 40%, and that is apparently because of despamming. So basically what's happening is YouTube reduces the number of concurrent viewers based on whether they are bots or not. So you should be able to see the correct number of concurrent viewers or max concurrent viewers in the stream finished pop-up. So when we end the stream, you get this pop-up, which shows you so and so many watch hours were generated, so and so many views were generated, so many people were there at the same time. That's concurrent viewers. And this concurrent viewers number will be adjusted. The correct number is the stream finished pop-up, or after 48 hours in the YouTube studio, whichever you check first. Usually it's the stream finished pop-up. Cool. I do have another update, but I don't think we want to... Oh, actually 2 updates, but I don't think we can talk about those yet. So we will have to wait until next month. And now we get to the interesting part, your questions. What are your questions about YouTube? Let's go. While I pour myself a cup of water. Not much happening in chat. What's going on? No questions today? I mean, kind of tells me that we already discussed everything, which is kind of good. There's no questions, but I'm sure there are questions. That was quick. It was. I mean, technically, we are done after 50 minutes, unless you have questions. But I think we can go on a little bit longer. Would you say the things that take you from 1 to 10k subs are the same things that will get you from 10 to 100k subs? That is an excellent question. But basically, yeah, it's doing more of what you did before and doing it better. So, what will get you to 10k subs is first of all market size. So, if you have a super specific niche, like let's say you only do videos about a very specific kind of aircraft in model aircraft flying, like RC flights or RC planes or something like that, and there's like maybe 1,000 people in the whole wide world that would actually want to watch that stuff, you can try to be the best creator out there, but there will be a ceiling to it, right? You will be capped on that. But if you say, okay, I want to make Minecraft content, and there's obviously a lot of people wanting to watch Minecraft content, but there's also a lot of competition. So the stuff that gets you to 10k is exceptional good content, right? So the stuff that will get you to 10k will also get you to 100k, will also get you to the million, right? So if you have already the ability to be competitive in such a like competitive market, actually, then you can go anywhere, in my opinion. Will you have a 1,000 sub special? We actually talked about this. Well, kind of. I know I talked to some folks about it because we were ordering actual kw.media merch again, because new jogging pants, always nice to have. And we will do a small giveaway for 1,000 subs. That is true. Let me check. What number are we at right now? Should be like 912. That's fine. 912 people is a lot of people. And actually, I'm kind of scared because now I have to actually order the merch. I mean, it's fine. It's fine though. We'll make it happen somehow. That's fine. Yeah. So that will be our 1,000 sub special. Actually, we thought about something else as well. Basically, like doing 1,000 facts on YouTube. But the more I think about it, I mean, there sure are 1,000 facts about YouTube, but I don't know if that would be in any form helpful for anyone if I were to just list them all without like giving context. I mean, we could do it, but maybe we will do 100 facts about YouTube. Speaking of which, we can actually start with that. Because there was a question on YouTube Gaming the other day about multi-camera streaming. So basically, you could have a local setup with like this camera here and another camera over there with like different angles, much like you can go into playing a video game without the camera and then switching back to the chat mode, etc. And you could actually do that with multiple streams on YouTube at the same time. That you could have like one camera only streaming the game. One camera could have the game feed with a face on it, and one could be chat only or whatever. And that was deprecated in 2018, I believe. I looked it up the other day, which was a really cool thing. And why I'm saying this is it has been something that has been reiterated by YouTube by introducing co-op streaming for mobile, which is kind of a similar system that Twitch uses, but Twitch currently has this debate going on that people in your network, which also means just people that follow you, without having the need to follow back, can invite you to like a call and co-op streaming. So I do think YouTube has done a better job on that with the co-op streaming, where the streamer has to actually give out a link to a person to be able to co-op stream. All right. Do you have any tips on turning on memberships? I'm considering it. I want to make sure I have an amazing offer. When I do, you make Overwatch content. Okay. So the obvious things that come to mind is having the membership, like different tiers. Start with a very small tier, like $1 or $2, that gets you access to the emotes. right? Basically, the Twitch emotes that you all know and love for live streaming, and you can also use them in YouTube comments. So if your members want to like show off or like have an insider with like emotes, that is a good way to go. I would definitely introduce like a higher tier, likely around the $5 mark. So usually gifted memberships are around the $5 mark, which is something you want to consider. Because like gifted memberships can be a great way for viewers to support your channel. And what you can offer for the $5 could be, if you are doing long form content, for example, you can have the members included in the end screen, or like a little slider where like the right hand side, for example, would be replaced with all the names that are members on this channel. You could do that. You could also offer member exclusive content. So let's say there's maybe a new champion dropping for Overwatch, and you as the creator already have access to Blizzard information about this channel, or about this new champion. You could make like a guide, or like an exclusive insight, or maybe an exclusive interview that is like paywalled, basically. So unless you are a member, you cannot watch it, which is one thing you can do. You can make member exclusive live streams, member exclusive live chats, which means a member exclusive live stream is something that only members can see, and in member exclusive live chat is everyone can see it, but only members can ask questions. But this is usually done when you already have a lot of subscribers, right? So if you're like at 500 subscribers, I wouldn't recommend doing member only streams, because then you're basically stifling your own chat, and you don't usually want that to happen. And on the matter of fact, in that direction, you don't usually want to have subscriber mode enabled, unless you have like a hard time getting after the chat, right? So if you're like this, for example, anyone can chat in this chat, and I do think that there is not enough messages going through that I wouldn't catch up to everyone. So that is something I wouldn't turn on this channel, for example. All right. Just hit 10K today. Is that too small? You don't stream much on the channel yet. I mean, 10K is an amazing number, first of all. You are like in the top 1% with that, or at least top 5% of channels. So congrats on that. And well, turn on memberships. I mean, think about what you want to offer. Think about that you can actually deliver what you want to offer. And if that's something, I mean, you can also start small and add membership levels later on, if that's something you want to do. So maybe just like introduce emotes, have a bunch of emotes and put it on the low tier. And if you are comfortable doing more stuff and offer more stuff later for higher tiers, then introduce the higher tier at a later point. Oh, no worries. That's what I'm here for. I appreciate you asking questions, because that's going to make it interesting for everyone, right? Members only stuff is you're too slow. Basically, you're creating content for nobody. Yeah, that's true. Emotes and low tier is definitely something you should do. Yep, absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. Cool. Well, thanks for the questions. Actually, we can talk about two other things that happened in the last month, which I briefly remember. So basically, we found a way to get a MediaKit on YouTube. So I'm trying to catch you all in here. So YouTube offers a program that is called BrandConnect, and it does exactly that. It connects brands with creators, and you gotta have 25,000 subscribers for that, and you gotta be located in a specific location. I think it is the United States, UK, and Canada. I think those 3 locations are available and nothing else, because basically the YouTube sales team has to reach out to brands to actually participate in this program. So in order to work with a brand, you usually send them something called a MediaKit. And a MediaKit is actually, well, a piece of paper or a PDF that says, for example, this channel gets 27,000 views per month and has a general audience, and I don't want to lie, let's just look it up. So we do have 91% male audience. We do have our main target group between 18 and 34. That would be about 50% of our viewers, and some folks that are a little bit older, but that's totally fine as well. So, and basically the way you could get access to this MediaKit that would be otherwise locked behind the BrandConnect wall or requirements is you artificially slow down your browser. And I do think that every creator should have access to this MediaKit to get talking with like brands and actually interact with them and have a good time and get brand deals. So that's why we made a video about it. And let me just pull that up real quick. If you haven't seen it already, it's pretty neat. Oh, where's my chat? There's my chat. Get access to YouTube BrandConnect MediaKit for content creators. So, it's a step-by-step process. It shows you how to do it. And there are some funny things actually in those. Let's see if I have that somewhere here. Maybe. Yeah. So, let's see. This is the kw.media kit. Can I actually show it? This is browser. Oh, that works. So, let me zoom in a bit. Basically, this is our channel about a month ago when we tested this. So it says YouTube MediaKit, totally fine. You can see the lifetime subscribers, videos published, unique viewers, viewers in the last 28 days, returning viewers, average percentage viewed, average view duration. It's totally fine. We do have a tutorial type content, so many of our videos are pretty short, so that's fine as well. You can see that the numbers shifted a bit, but our main target audience is still between 18 and 34. You can see that we got about 6% more male viewers in the last couple of weeks. And then you have something interesting down here, which is the audience interests, in my opinion, are very interesting to look at. So business professionals, obviously, we are talking to creators who want to do this as a living. And but then again, the shopping interests are pretty weird. So apparently there's a lot of Christmas shopping and Mother's Day shopping going on, as well as pet supplies, which is, I mean, kind of weird, but yeah, kind of funny as well. So this is the first time we broke YouTube. The second time we broke YouTube was actually yesterday morning, where we were able to sign the YouTube watch page ads and YouTube Shorts feed ads contracts. So basically, when you get into YPP, you have to sign a contract that actual ads can be played on your channel, which is totally fine, the normal thing. But this is usually locked behind 1,000 subscribers, which at the current time we still don't have, right? We have currently, if you haven't subscribed already, 912 subscribers. So we are currently at 912 subscribers, but we are running ads on the stream right now. So we are technically breaking YouTube a bit, but we already talked to YouTube about this, and this has been forwarded. And since we actually do make about 70 subscribers per month right now, it would be only one more month until we actually hit the milestone for the subscribers, and therefore we are allowed to keep it, which is totally fine as well. Cool. That's the other way we broke YouTube this month. And there are probably more to come, more ways to break YouTube. So, any more questions? I do want to take some questions. So ask them. Now's your time. How do I get good at making shorts? Oh, That is a very good question. A very good question to have the single answer. I do think that a good short like rises and falls with the hook. Like if you cannot get the attention of the viewer in the first 2 seconds, they are gone, right? And that can be anything. You have to like either have an intriguing moment, an intriguing thought, like point out something very, let's say, emotional. Like it could be like in any direction. Like it could be a rage bait, it could be engagement bait, it could be like kind of a story where you like hide the twist to keep viewers engaged. And I do think that the narrative structure of a short is very, very hard to pull off, in my opinion. So people usually have like a hit or miss with shorts, and I do think that most of them don't understand um, what made their good short actually a good short, right? So yeah. And good evening, Mr. Bomelli. Mr. Bomelli was having fun with live streams the other day. Can't make a good hook because I don't understand the target audience, I think. I mean, um, don't you understand the audience you want to target, or don't you understand the audience that you are actually targeting? That is, I think, the correct question to ask here. Because if you don't know who you are actually targeting, you have a whole other problem. Then that's not shorts related in that sense, but that would be like, um, well, I'm having a product, but I don't know who this product is for, right? For example, this channel, the videos on this channel is a product that I offer, and my target audience is creators that want to get better at creating and want to learn more about YouTube. So that's my target audience right there. And if I wanted to, which I don't, I could go a route of do this to get this amount of subscribers. But there is no one size fits all answer, and it would undermine my integrity to offer that kind of content. So I don't do it, but I would know that it would perform much better than what I currently do, which is like offering genuine help. In my opinion. Might be wrong. I might just suck at creating content, but yeah. that's that. All right. No further questions on the Discord. I think more so understanding what more casual players want rather than go super detailed. Okay. But I mean, you can always do like two versions of the short. If you're already like doing a super detailed version, you can also dumb it down, quote unquote. So it like appeals to a broader audience, and if the broader audience wants to learn more about it, there's actually a neat feature called related videos, which I am very sure you all are familiar with. Let's see, where's my chat? There's my chat. Where's my chat? There's my chat. All right, so basically, if we switch over to browser, you can see that. So you can actually set a related video. So if this was like elevate your channel with memberships is your new video you put out there, and I do have like a specific video that is, let's say, or it doesn't need to be a video, it can also be another short that talks a little bit more detail or more in-depth about memberships, I could like set it as a related video. So you can have an entry point for people that actually have the detailed view first and maybe are not interested in the shallow view. And you have people that are interested maybe in the shallow view and want to learn more that can go to the deeper video from the shallow video, right? I hope that makes sense for you. And I somehow missed my live stream. There we go. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, you already have the detailed version, right? That's what you're doing right now. So, like, cutting stuff away from the detailed version and like having it a bit more general should be an easy modification to make, right? I think it's the hardest part. Editing stuff down is tricky. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Especially for shorts. I think cramming an entire storyline into 60 seconds is way harder than having like a 10-minute video where you can like have pacing changes and stuff, right? Like with the short you always are on full speed, and with like a video you can slow down at times. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Anything else? Any additional questions you want to ask? I just realized that is actually a YouTube pen I'm holding right now. YouTube Product Expert Summit 2024. Maybe we can call out Felix the last time, because he had a great idea today, which is actually a feature request. And I want to give him props for that, because we've seen in the last couple of weeks several people on the YouTube Gaming Discord and on the YouTube Discord that were having trouble with like streaming and not knowing how what kind of music they can play on stream. And the feature request Felix sent in was having a so-called radio that you can tune into to the YouTube audio library. So basically, you don't in that case, in this scenario, you wouldn't have to download all the audio you want to play, but you could have like a random playlist going, even from the live control room, maybe even controlled by the Stream Deck, that could get you like licensed music, or at least licensed by YouTube and for use on YouTube, into your stream, which I find is an excellent and interesting thing. Brilliant idea. That would be nice. I exactly. As I said, I'm not taking any props for that. That was Felix's idea, and but I do think as well that is a very interesting idea, interesting premise, and it was brought to YouTube's attention. And let's hope this will be a thing that is going to happen. Don't make me blush. I will 100%. Because I do think it is genuinely a very good idea, and it would make life so much easier. Think about it. An excellent idea, member. A member, I say. Emma, thank you for being a member for 6 months. That is also an excellent idea. If you want to support this channel, feel free to become a member. Thank you for the 6 months. I highly appreciate it. All right. Maybe Emma has some more questions about YouTube as well. We'll see. Let's check the Discord channels one last time. Anything of interest? No more questions there. That is totally fine as well. All right. I do think if there's no more question, I would conclude the stream for today. And we'll see ourselves in about a month again, when there's new stuff to talk about. As I said, I do have a couple more things on my list, but that is unfortunately not up for talks yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's going to be a great year for YouTube, I think. And I think, honestly, I maybe want to do like a yearly rewind, what was promised and what was actually delivered on. I think we should get that going. Use a 24/7 live stream tool where you can add radio. You can add the lo-fi records from Lo-Fi Go. Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, and this is obviously my personal opinion, but having to rely on someone actually holding up their side of the contract without there being like a written notice that your channel is actually eligible to use the kind of songs played on Lo-Fi Go, I do think that is very, very dangerous. And since you are playing 24/7, you're basically setting yourself up for a series of strikes that could immediately terminate your channel if something goes wrong. That is my opinion on that. So if you don't have like an invoice that says channel XYZ, especially important, don't use channel names, use the channel ID, because that never changes, because you can change channel names and channel handles, etc. So please note down the channel ID if you have a contract, and like have it say this channel UC whatever is allowed to use the music, and in the time frame from 1st of January to 31st of 31st of December of that year, and then you have like a good sorted out license that you can actually use the stuff. I just say some tools have already such a feature, but not with the YouTube audio library. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure to like, if you want to use that, please be careful, because I am not a huge fan of no copyright sound, or like some kind of integration where you rely on the artist to actually like leave you alone for using their music. And with like the YouTube audio library, this would all be covered under the YouTube license, and you wouldn't have to like legit, if you open the audio library, it says license type YouTube audio license, audio library license. You can use this track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize. No attribution is required. View details, right? So to every song in the YouTube audio library, there is a license attached, and there's no attribution licenses and there's attribution licenses. So if you could set up the radio that you have only no attribution licenses playing, you would be fully covered without having to worry that something would change later on, right? That's what I'm saying. If you want to use the other one, please do so, but be very, very careful, and keep in mind that you actually could set yourself up for channel termination with that. All right. But I do think that is a good point to end the stream. We don't have any more questions so far. And I do think we can enjoy our evening or day, depending on what time of day it is for you folks. And yeah, we'll get going. Take care, folks, and bye-bye.